time no see. So at the moment, I'm just going to give you a quick little update. I'm just going to react to normal horror stories for the time being. I'm not going to do any suggestions. I'm not going to react to any suggestions or whatever I have here. I might do one suggestion by animations. I'm not too sure. So it's not too long, is it? We'll see. But I'm mainly going to stick with horror stories just because that's what I mainly started with. And I do miss watching horror stories just as it is, not even just for YouTube. Just like, I want to watch some horror stories. And if I'm going to do that, I might as well react to them. So this is my only motivation to do YouTube right now, just because like work is like really tiring and it's just really exhausting right now. So I'm just going to try uploading whenever I can. I don't know if I'm going to do daily uploads anymore, like at noon every day like I normally do, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So this video is going to be an MJV video. I believe I was trying to react to this video for a super long time now. It's crazy how I still haven't watched it yet. It's by MJV, or I don't even know if he changed his name. I think he did. Crap.
It was the middle of
True Home Alone, 2 True Home Alone and Road Trip Horror Stories animated. I'm just gonna look this up to make sure I did not already react to this because I did not want to watch this again. But let me know in the comments below what you guys have been up to. How have you guys been dealing with the whole third wave and all that? Because I know we're gonna go on lockdown again. My city is already in the lockdown from the third wave. The whole province might be. No. The only thing I've seen by MJV is 2 True Horror Stories animated, Craigslist and Home Alone. This is Road Trip and Home Alone, so I do not think I've reacted to that one, so I think I'm good for this one. Anyways, let me know in the comments below how you guys have been. I've been decent. COVID hasn't really been affecting me too much, knock on wood. Still been normally working, tiring, days and nights, all that shit. Having days off, you know, not really wanting to do anything on my days off, hence why I'm not uploading. Anyway guys, let's just get into this video. I've talked too much already.
It was the middle of summer, and my parents had left for the weekend to go to our home in Cape Cod.
Okay.
It's about a 2-hour drive away, so it's no big deal for them to leave me at home for a few days. My mum had made some pulled pork and pasta for me to heat up whenever I was hungry, and I had some money if I wanted to order a pizza or something.
That's what I would do, let's be honest.
Things were all good.
For now.
The first night I was alone,
Wait,
I
how old
stayed
is he
up until
again, sorry?
about 3 in the
11?
morning playing Xbox, so I woke up really late the next day. I checked my phone when I woke up, and saw it was a little past 1 PM.
Fair.
I'd made plans to play some street hockey with a few friends at 3, so I threw myself out of bed and stumbled into the shower. I take really long showers, so when my parents are gone, I go mental. I was in there for about 45 minutes, when I heard my back door open. I immediately froze, since obviously I was supposed to be alone. I waited for about 2 minutes, ears trained in trying to hear anything else. Nothing. I figured it was just the wind, or maybe
the wind is just
my
going to
parents
open your
were
door and
early.
unlock it?
So I turned off the shower, wrapped my towel around myself,
You gotta make
and
sure.
slowly walked down the stairs to check it out. The bathroom is directly upstairs from the back door, and the thing is pretty loud when it opens and closes. So, the stairs to the kitchen, where the back door is, are pretty tight and walled in, so I can't see into the kitchen when I walk down.
That's so sus, because then anybody could be hiding right there.
Even though my house is old as shit, and each step on the stairs makes a super loud creak,
Of course it
I
does.
still took my time, and tried to be as quiet as possible.
Good, that's what you're supposed to
I
do.
probably took 45 seconds walking down all of the 12 stairs. When I get to the second to last stair, right before I could see around the corner into the kitchen, I take a little breath to compose myself. In my mind, I knew I was being stupid. There obviously wasn't anyone in the kitchen.
You never
There's
know.
no way I wouldn't have already heard another noise. And there's no reason for them to still be in the kitchen, even if there were burglars or something in the house. After sort of mentally chastising myself for being such a wuss, I sort of chuckled to myself for being so stupid, and just normally walk the last 2 stairs, and turn the corner into the kitchen. Standing about 2 feet away from me, in the middle of the kitchen, is a man staring straight at me, perfectly still, with a massive smile across his face.
What is that? That is not a person.
He's just staring at me. The thing I remember most vividly wasn't his face or his smile,
Oh my
but his
god.
arms. They weren't just at his side. He held them in the strangest, most abnormal position I've ever seen.
What? Why?
They were where one would normally hold
What
their
are you
arms,
doing?
but he had rotated them to the point
His
where they
pants
were
are ripped.
almost completely reversed,
It's like,
as well as lifting them up and a little bit behind himself. I don't know why I remember this so much, but it's just the most demonic, abnormal position I've ever seen.
What's he just?
Honest to God,
You gonna
I
say
think I
something?
almost
Like,
had a heart
what the fuck
attack
you in the
right
house?
there. Looking
He's gonna
back,
say something?
I can
Not him,
realize how
like him.
fucking creepy this situation was. But in the moment, I just took a step towards him and
damn.
punched him as hard as I could.
Oh shit!
Sort of half slapping, half pushing him towards the ground.
Oh my god, good job.
The second I
I don't know
connected,
how, I forgot how old he is, but I forgot how old he
dropping my
is.
towel in the kitchen with my heart beating out of control. I fucking sprinted into my room and locked the door behind me.
And get dressed.
I quickly put a chair up against the doorknob, like you see in TV. Almost without thinking, I immediately called 911 and, nearly in tears, told the operator what happened. As I sat on the floor of my room in practically the fetal position,
Are
I
you still
noticed
naked?
that the light coming from the gap between my door had stopped.
Uh-oh.
The fucker was standing outside of my door.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be 2 feet,
There's
not
no
the whole
words
thing?
to describe the
It's only
feeling I had.
part of it,
I
so
was
not all of it. That
paralyzed
means
with fear,
that he may have turned off the light or
watching
something.
the shadow across the bottom of my door shift in tiny ways. I stayed balled up, staring at the gap,
I mean,
praying that the man would
if he
just
kicks
go
it and
away for what
it's the
seemed
door,
like
the
an
chair,
hour.
like the chair hits you
All
or
the
something.
while, the 911 operator was asking, "Hello, sir? Are you there? Hello?" I didn't want to make a noise.
Yeah, I mean, he can't really say
And
anything.
even if I wanted to move my arms to bring the phone up to my mouth, I don't think I could have.
He'll make some noise.
Eventually, the light returned to the gap, and I heard the faintest of footsteps slowly creaking the wooden floorboards as he walked down the hall. It was silent for minutes as I just sat there curled up, unable to even speak. Fear does funny things to the body. I heard banging on the front door, and the sound of 2 officers entering my house. I finally
They're
felt
clothed,
safe,
man.
and I opened up the door to the 2 of them standing there.
They're gonna be like,
I almost cried. Nowadays, my parents never leave me home alone, thank God, and I check every lock on the house before going to bed. I still get nightmares occasionally, and my heart starts racing whenever I see someone standing still. But I'm doing all right.
good.
Even working with sketch artists and a few lineups, the police never found whoever the fuck was in my house. That sends shivers down my spine every time I look outside, half expecting to see him standing across the street, smiling under a lamppost.
No shoes, his feet are black. Like, I don't understand what he's doing. Like, what the hell was that?
This encounter takes place several years ago, in a remote part of the Australian outback.
Okay.
For a bit of background, I'm a pretty built 6'2" dude, and I was around 26 years old at the time. I was on a road trip with a mate, travelling around the central Queensland outback, in my old, semi-reliable Nissan X-Trail. We're both massive science, zoology nerds, and had heard about this amazing dinosaur trail out this way, which is
Okay.
basically a grouping of 3 areas.
That looks really
Winton,
creepy.
Richmond,
Like, imagine
and
that at night.
Hughenden.
Imagine that at
That have
nighttime.
had
That would look
previous
creepy.
dino bone discoveries, still have fossils, as well as a seriously awesome dinosaur track with preserved foot imprints. We were staying at a place 3 hours from Winton for a couple of days, and were pretty keen to check out this trail. So, we made the decision to do the 6-hour round trip in a day.
6 hours. I mean, that's
We were
not
pretty ambitious and stupid back then.
still something, I guess. Lots of
We left
driving.
at 9 AM the next morning. Car packed with lunch, several litres of water, and my trusty GPS. And off we went.
Okay.
It was a long drive, and halfway through, my aircon decided to cark it.
Oh no.
If any of you live in or have visited Australia in the summer, you would know that it's brutally hot. So I'm sure
I
you can
wouldn't
imagine
know.
the 3-hour trip without aircon was hell. To make matters worse, my GPS also stopped working, as the map software didn't recognize the area we were in.
Sus.
Luckily, I had an old Refidex in my back seat,
A what?
but it was pretty tough to revert back to map reading when you're so used to a computer screen telling you where to go.
A Refidex?
Especially given we're talking about the Australian outback here.
That looks like a fucking like a desert or something. What the hell is
very
that?
limited signage.
Like,
But I
it's not.
digress. Finally, we make it to the trail and kick around there for a couple of hours. Not gonna lie, it was pretty awesome.
Okay, good.
Then we decided to make the trip back, as it was starting to get later in the afternoon,
Are they
and we
sus
didn't
right
want to
there?
drive back in the dark. As we were about to leave, this gnarly old guy, who appeared to be an employee of the trail company, dressed in all khaki camouflage gear, asked us about where we were from and where we were heading.
Don't worry about it.
He gave me the stink eye when I was vague with details, but my mate told him the name of the town we were staying at.
Why are you mad when I'm not telling you where I'm
He
going?
took a real liking to my mate, and he laughed when he told him about our lengthy journey. Apparently, we had taken the long route, and there was a much quicker way back that would shave about an hour of our
Oh,
trip.
yeah, okay.
We jumped at the directions he gave us, which were all verbal, and we wrote them down.
I
Off
don't
we went
believe
on our
him.
merry way, thinking how lucky
But
we
what you
were
guys-
that we met this old dude,
Yeah,
who
okay.
gave us some sweet intel on the shortcut home.
Okay.
But I can't deny, there was a definite creepy vibe coming off him.
Stink eye.
Based on the directions he gave us, we went winding along several roads in an area I'd never been in,
See?
and eventually settled straight back on a narrow dirt road.
dirt
We
road.
were supposed to reach an intersection after about half an hour of driving, take a right and continue on that road until we got to a main highway that would take us back. After about an hour and a half of driving on this dirt trail though, we still hadn't reached the intersection. I was starting to freak out a bit, thinking we'd missed the turn,
No, the guy
but
just
my
fucked
mate
you
was
up.
completely chilled out, and was sure that we'd get there eventually.
Eventually.
I think he thought I was driving too slowly, but there are kangaroos out there, and they're dangerous if you hit one.
Yeah, I mean, I'll stop in
We've
time,
been
right?
travelling for quite a while now, and it was getting later and later in the day. And it got to the point where the petrol in the tank was only a quarter full. There were no houses, other roads or cars
That's
in sight,
exactly what he's trying
and
to
I
do
was
here.
really not comfortable with where this was
What?
headed.
Oh my god, he's totally following
In
you
the middle
guys.
of nowhere, in a remote area,
He is totally
in the
following you
wasteland that
guys.
is the Australian outback. There weren't any trees, only this dirt road, and
That's
desolate,
sus.
dry
Right.
bushland as
Mhm.
far as the eye can see.
No, I swear he's following you or something.
I stopped the car and told my mate to get the binoculars out of the back, to take a look around in case there was any landmarks. Yes, I carried binoculars in my car, and I still do. He obliges, and I can just make out a house-like structure not too far in the distance, so we made the decision to head for that. We figured it could be a house, and maybe the people would be nice enough to give us some petrol to top us up, and some better directions to get us out of there.
Mm-hmm.
As we neared this structure,
Oh
it became
god.
apparent that this was no house at all. We pulled up out front,
That's sus as hell.
and see
Looks like
that it's
there's a
an old
fuck.
caravan that's been
No.
burned to a shell from
Do
the
not.
inside out. It's still got 3 blackened partial walls up though,
And there's like.
so we can't see all the way in.
What the hell's
And it looks
bones?
like someone's been there recently,
Bones.
because there are animal bones strung up all over the place, and a cow skull at the entrance of the caravan.
Yeah, don't go in there.
Some of the animal bone things even have grass or horsehair woven into them, and they're arranged like decorations. Then we see this
Moonlight Motel.
hand-painted sign that's been staked into the ground, with the words Moonlight Motel
Yeah, my ass.
written on it. My alarm bells are ringing loud and clear.
Get the fuck out of
I
there.
nudge my friend and say, let's get the fuck out of here.
Just like I
But
said.
he's distracted by something in the distance.
What?
It's a car.
It's a car. I knew they were.
Coming in the direction
I
we'd
knew.
just come from.
I knew he was following them.
It must have only been 10 minutes behind us the entire time we were driving,
Told you.
but I didn't see it once.
I told you. He's following you.
It's
pretty
kicking up a
obvious.
ton of dust, which indicates that it's coming towards us fast. It's at this point we both hear a creepy scratching sound coming from the burned out caravan, like
There's
someone scratching on the
There's
wall
something
from
in
the
there too.
inside.
They're gonna trap you while you're
I move a
fucking.
little closer to try and see what it is,
Yeah, but it's totally smart.
and there is a person in there, peeking out at us from a hole in the damaged wall.
Is that the pervert guy?
Then, this childlike voice, that's obviously a grown man imitating a little girl,
I can't tell if that's the same
giggles
guy.
and
Is it?
says, "Are you here to play with me?"
Yeah. Okay.
My mate and I both looked at
100%.
each other, and we booked
100%.
out of there, back into the inner sanctum of the X Trail. Just as I'm about to reverse out, The other car stops just behind my car, with the high beams on. I can't
It's
see
the
the
guy.
driver, but they're in my way,
I know it's
so
the
I
guy.
can't reverse out of there. I have no choice but to drive forward and turn around that way, narrowly missing the State Motel sign. As we're turning to leave, the driver starts to blare the horn, just hammering it for no reason at all.
Like, we're leaving.
I just sped off back in the direction that we came, and thankfully the other car doesn't follow.
I know it's that guy, though.
It's getting to twilight at this stage.
It was either that one guy
and
or...
pretty dangerous to be
It
out
was
on these
him.
country roads once it's dark, because of the aforementioned kangaroo situation. But we're feeling a bit better, as we managed to navigate our way back to where we came from, the
Good.
Dino Trail, and even start to joke around about what happened. The person in the other car was probably just honking at us to get our attention to help with directions or something.
No, it's the pervert.
I pull into the parking lot and go
Yeah,
to the front
come
desk
on.
area of the company that runs the tours. I explained that we had gotten lost on the way back to the town we were staying at, and the lady there was kind enough to give us just enough petrol for the ride back. I couldn't help myself, and I mentioned to her that our workmate was a real jerk for giving us those weird directions. We figured there was no way that we could have messed up with the directions that he gave us.
Yeah, he didn't work there,
At
did
this
he?
point, she gives me a weird look and asked if I could describe him. So I describe him, and her face goes funny. And she says, "That man doesn't work here. I saw him talking with the tourists today, and my boss had to ask him to leave. He kept trying to get the details of where people were staying, and telling them that he had vacancies at his place, and they could stay there,
Yeah,
the
okay.
Moonlight Motel." So, to the creepy old dude, who was pretending to give helpful directions to a couple of city folk to trap and potentially murder them in your lovely accommodation, let's not meet.
I would say, fuck you. That's what I would say. I was sorry for the swearing, but I can't with these stories. And you guys do know that I work night shift too, right? So like I feel like I hear noises at like 3 in the morning because I'm 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. and 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So when it's like 3 a.m., 4 a.m., I'm kind of like, like it's usually not bad or anything like that, but like obviously there's other guards in the building too, and it's basically empty. But you know, there's always the chance that, you know, someone may be hiding or you may see someone creepy. Because I also do go outside to like patrol like the areas, like just outside the school, like the bus area, because it is a big school that I work at. So of course there's like a bus terminal there, and yeah, let's just say that. But yeah, frig that guy. The first story, I'm glad he came out safe. I forgot how old he was. I'm gonna play that first part again and see if I can find out his age, because I'm really curious what his age was. To punch a guy in the face that you don't even know, that's just like randomly in your house, like that takes
It
guts.
was
So
the
like,
middle of summer, and my parents had left for the weekend to go to our home in Cape Cod. It's about a 2-hour drive away, so it's no big deal.
okay, what's your
for them
age?
to
I don't
leave
care
me at
about that.
home for a
Okay,
few days.
okay.
My mum had made some pulled pork and
I
pasta
don't
for
think
me
they
to
mentioned
eat
it,
up
but
whenever
they
I was
look
hungry,
pretty young if you ask me.
and I had some money if I wanted to order a pizza or something. Things were all good. The first night I was
Yeah, no, they never mentioned his age. So I don't know how old he was, but he looked pretty young to me. So I'm glad that he was okay and shit. Yikes. That's all I can really say about that. Very good confidence to punch the guy in the face like that. That's awesome. I would never probably have the guts to do that, and I'm 21. He did not look 21 at all, so he looked like 13, 14, maybe even younger, so I don't know. But damn, good guts though. So congrats to you for doing that. That's all I really gotta say about that. As far as the story, yeah, I mean, just be safe, be cautious, lock your doors. You should always lock your doors anyway, lock your windows, I don't care. It's summertime, I get it if you open the windows, but like keep it high up so like it's less likely that someone's gonna, you know, just pop into your thing like, yo, what's up? Like, you know, I don't know, just be smart about what you're doing. That's all I can really say about that. And that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. And again, sorry for the long wait with videos, but please get used to this for now, for the next year.